is my preview on the Baylor versus Oklahoma State women's soccer game. And I'll explain the importance later, but of this game here. Oklahoma State 15 times this year, prior to the last two games, have used 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, 2 forwards. But the last two, supposedly 5 defenders, 5 midfielders, 0 forwards, which I'm going to say I think 2 of those were forwards or 3. I don't know. Some players to keep an eye on, of course, like their more commonly used goalie, Jordan Knight's number 1, 5'7" goalie. That's a freshman. 9 goals allowed and 50 saves. Some other players are like Cheyenne McClary. I know she only started 1 game this year. Number 4, 5'3" forward. That's a junior. 9 shots attempted and 2 assists. Chloe Wright, number 5, 5'8" midfielder / defender. That's a freshman. 1 goal and 9 shots attempted. Ali Jackson, number 7, started every game this year. 5'7" defender, senior. 13 shots attempted and 3 assists. Malin Breener, number 9, 5'9" defender, sophomore. 2 goals on 11 shots attempted and 1 assist. Nia Johnson, number 10, 5'5" midfielder, senior. 1 goal on 13 shots attempted and 1 assist. Grace Yoko, number 11, 5'10" midfielder. That's a senior. 8 goals on 24 shots attempted and 1 assist. That's obviously, you got to mark her off. That's a dangerous player. Escaria Pinata, number 13, 5'9" midfielder. That's a freshman. 2 goals and 21 shots attempted. Gracie Bend Butel, number 16, 5'4" midfielder / forward. That's a freshman. 4 goals and 36 shots attempted. Alex Morris, number 19, 5'5" defender. That's a junior. 14 shots attempted and 3 assists. Okay, there's Erica McAntieri, number 20, 5'6" midfielder / defender. That's a senior. 7 shots attempted and 1 assist. Only mentioning her because of the assist. Megan Haynes, number 23, 5'4" forward / midfielder. That's a senior. 1 goal and 6 shots attempted. And obviously, number 30, Olivia Dowell, is obvious because 5'7" midfielder / forward. That's a senior. 7 goals on 65 shots attempted and 2 assists. You gotta mark her off. Blythe Beldner, number 70, 5'7" defender. That's a senior. 9 shots attempted and 2 assists. And the last player to mention in terms of scoring or assists, period, is Peyton Vince, number 3, 5'7" forward. That's a junior. 1 goal and 4 shots attempted. That's pretty much the ones to note. And I get Oklahoma State is really good. I mean, they're good enough to be an NCAA tournament team as of now. I want to go over their overall record, and they're 10-3-4 on the year and 3-2-3 in conference. So their losses include Texas, TCU. That's it. But they have tied with West Virginia and Oklahoma and Texas Tech. So this team is like the potentially a receiving votes team. Maybe even ranked. It depends on the rankings which come later on today. But still a quality team that's going to be an NCAA tournament team probably. And explain the importance of this game. It's because a Baylor win over Oklahoma State solidifies Big 12 tournament. No dispute. Because Kansas can't catch up. They can't catch up to it because of the number of points. But I will say this. If you don't get a win, then you're kind of putting fate in other game's hands, which is Kansas versus Iowa State. Because if Kansas wins, they're in. But if Kansas ties with Iowa State, Baylor gets in regardless what happens because head-to-head matters. Of course, Iowa State winning, which I would like that to happen. Or a draw. Of course, Iowa State winning, Baylor's already in. So, this is a big game here. Because this could be your last game of the year, depending on what happens. And I'll definitely keep track of the score of that game, because that's the only unknown at this point, is that last spot. I mean, it is what it is. You can't. Oh, I'm going to start one thing. You can't have 4 shots in a game or less 5 shots in a game to expect to win. That's happened twice in a row now. It doesn't help that you didn't score either. And I know you had a few good chances in both games, but you got to convert regardless. You can't turn the ball over in your own end of the field and let them score. I mean, give them a good chance to score on you. And last game, an appalling stat is that Baylor only had like 1 corner kick, 1, compared to TCU's. I know it was more than 15, I believe. I'm going to go back and look on that just to get exact number. Yeah, you only have 4 shots compared to TCU's 20. You can't do that. You can't allow that to happen. Yeah, 15 corner kicks for TCU in that game. They didn't score off any of those, so I would say you got to stay good defensively on a corner kick or even a set piece that's dangerous. You got to be ready. It doesn't matter who starts at goalie. You got to be solid regardless. And offensively, you got to find a way to score in this game. And you got to pressure better overall. It doesn't in all areas. Don't let them get comfortable, and don't let them so much space that they could create and possibly go for a long shot. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, that's the thing. And of course, you don't want to foul in the box or handball in the box defensively. So, if you don't have to, you have every bit of motivation to win this game, period. First of all, it's the last regular season home game of the year. Second, it solidifies yourself to be in the Big 12 tournament, because this game doesn't mean anything to Oklahoma State. It doesn't, because they're already in. But the catch is, though, yes, they could technically move up a spot, but it's only 1 spot, because it depends on who they play and all. But I'm pretty sure if Oklahoma State wins, they're going to move up to at least, that's 15 points. They could be the 4th place team, but there's no way that they're going to be a 1st or 2nd place team. Probably no way. It's more like 3rd place is the question. Probably not. I wouldn't think so, but I'm going to double check on the other games involved, because that does matter. Because really, Oklahoma State, the only reason why they have motivation to win this game is to not have a bad loss in their bad result here for the NCAA tournament resume. I'm just being completely honest. Let me go look at the schedule just to see, other than Baylor's game. The Oklahoma State losses besides Big 12 was Miami, Florida, and that's it. And that was 2-1, and I was even at Miami. Yeah, so, yeah, 2 home losses and 1 road loss. They're 6-1 and 2 on the road this year. And of course, you got to make adjustments on the fly, no matter what. I mean, at halftime and during the game, and even in the first half and the second half. Okay, Kansas State plays West Virginia in Morgantown. So I would think, in theory, West Virginia wins that game, but you never know. So that would be 16 points. Tech plays TCU. That's really the battle of second place in the Big 12. So, yeah. So, thus, there's not, either way, it's like, at minimum, 17 points for that one team. At minimum. Of course, maximum is, for the loser is 18 with a draw. If it's a draw, then it goes tiebreaker. And honestly, if West Virginia win, 16. Oh, that's 6. Yeah. So, really, Oklahoma State can't really move up any spots in this game. They just can't. Based on the top 3 in the Big 12. So, yeah. But Oklahoma plays Texas in Austin, so that's the danger for them, honestly. Because let's just say Baylor beats Oklahoma State in theory, which they have to stay in a conference tournament. Okay. That's definitely 12 points for Oklahoma State. And if Oklahoma beats Texas, let's just say that they do. Let's just say that. As a for instance. Which I'm not going to predict, by the way. I'm just saying. That'll be 15 points compared to 9. So yeah, Oklahoma State could move move down one spot potentially, depending on a loss and an Oklahoma State win. Actually, yeah, that's right. So that's just saying, for instance, if they don't win, let's just say that for example. I think then it'll be Oklahoma has definitely 10 points, and yeah, so Oklahoma wouldn't pass Oklahoma State necessarily if Oklahoma State would lose and Oklahoma would lose too. That's just the thing. And if West Virginia wins against Kansas State, which it's not a given for them necessarily, but I'm just saying for instance. So that's 16 points compared to if Oklahoma State would beat Baylor, for example, then it'll be 15 points to 16. Yep, they couldn't move up. Even if both teams win, Oklahoma State can't move up. So, really, it's just more of them moving down a spot potentially. That's the issue, of course. So, this game has a lot of meaning for Baylor in this game. Because if you win, you're in. But if you lose or draw, you're kind of putting it in the hands of the Kansas versus Iowa State game here. And I would rather not deal with that drama right there while that other game's going on at the very same time as yours. Because you don't want to find out to know we're out of the Big 12 tournament. I mean, they only accept 8 teams. Keep that in mind. They only do. The top 8 only. So, and you want to win for those seniors that might not come back next year. You don't want to lose in with the sour note with a loss at home. I mean, for those seniors, you have a lot of motivation on your side. I'm not saying Oklahoma State doesn't, but it means more to you. You got to show it and come out with a lot of energy in both halves. and don't be complacent with a lead or anything. You gotta go out there, give it your all, and whatever happens, happens. At least you could try to control your own destiny. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. I was going to 400 subscribers, learn more by the end of this year. And I wanted to go over the other games and see. I meant like other games to lit in the Big 12, as well as the current standing situation for Baylor. And currently, Texas is first, 6-0-2. TCU 5-1-2. Texas Tech 5-1-2. West Virginia 3-1-4. Oklahoma State 3-2-3. Oklahoma is 3-4-1. Kansas State's 2-4-2. Baylor's 2-6. Kansas 1-5-2. And Iowa State 0-6-2. So that's all the information to know right there. And it's kind of hard to predict too on what's going to happen because Texas tied with Iowa State recently. I mean, like on Thursday. So that's that.